Let's go to the next one. This is Nishank Sarin. It says, hi, my name is Nishank Sarin. I'm from India. I really appreciate the streams you do, and I've learned a lot from them. I'm aspiring to become a 3D character artist, and I'm currently looking for job opportunities in this field. I will be grateful to see what I think about this. Okay. So we got a very busy or very noisy portfolio. Okay. I can see that you have 5 pieces, which is a good number, but unfortunately, the quality of some of these pieces, it's not up there, okay? I don't think I'm, like, resonating with them. Similar thing to the ones that I just mentioned here, you don't, like, there should be no noise on your renders. You should be using a denoiser. Small is not bad. Let me just lower my volume here a little bit. Yeah, the mold's not bad. Oh, man. Oh, dude, Nishank. Dude, no, 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 dude, no. Nishank. Nishank. Oh. No, dude, no. Like, the mold looks fine, but then I look at the UVs and look at that. And I've had this discussion. And I've had this discussion quite a bit in the socials where people are like, oh, it doesn't matter as long as it works. It matters, man. It matters. This kind of stuff matters. Look at this, man. This is an example, and again, I truly hope that you take this the right way. I'm not trying to bring you down. I'm trying to help you, okay? This is an example of a really, really bad UV, okay? Why is this a bad UV? This has 3 things that are really not going to help us. First of all, some of the islands on this UV are stitched together. Look at that. You forgot to add more cuts along the way. This seems to be like the chest area. So this is like the groin area. You need 1 cut right there, and then 1 cut across the shoulders here, and then 1 cut here across like the neck area. You need cuts over there so you get the front part of the chest and you get the back part of the chest. That way, you're not going to have this horrible distortion that you have right here. Can you texture this? Yes. I mean, you did, right? But this is not going to give you the best resolution, okay? Similar here on the feet, I normally like to add 1 cut here on the back. Some people like to cut them across. Like, there's a couple of variations. So that's the first issue. The second issue is that you're not getting a uniform distribution of your UV space. So you have a bunch of resolution for your head and then almost no resolution for your hands. And this character has 4 hands and 4 arms. So what's going to happen here is that he's going to have a very low resolution on some parts of the character and then some high resolution on other parts. This is not the right way to do the UVs, okay? One more thing is there's still a little bit of like space that's being like wasted. We can definitely optimize that, but not before we make sure all of the islands have the same resolution and we have a proper unfold on the elements, okay? Please, my friend, please be very careful about this. Like, you will lose job opportunities, you will lose interviews if people see this kind of stuff right here, because this is bad, okay? And again, I'm not saying that you are a bad artist, I'm saying this is a bad execution of UVs. You know how to do UVs because you did these cuts, you just need to learn how to do them better. And we have available information here on the channel if you want to check it out, okay? So, yeah. Drub is asking, is it important for a 3D character artist to do their own character retopology? Yes. A character artist should be able to do the high poly, do the low poly, do UVs, and do a very like good texturing process. That's like the whole package of a good 3D artist. You might not be doing all the shaders and all of the materials, but you should be doing that. This horse right here, again, Nishank. See, it's very difficult for me to be as sympathetic as possible when I see glaring issues like this one right here, right? When I know you saw them as well, okay? I know you saw those issues. I know you took the render and you're like, oh, what's that thing right there? Oh, I forgot to turn off the roughness on the transparency that I was using for the wings. And you didn't go back and fix that. That tells me a lot about how you approach a project, and that can be a very complicated thing to help with. It's a good sculpt. The UV, it's not the worst. It's not the best either. Like, it has a couple of things that we could like definitely fix, and you're using way too many things right here. But I guess it works, right? The sculpt is fine, but then the render, not good, man. Okay, let's take a look at this monster, and then we'll move on to the next one. Again, oh man, it's difficult. It's difficult, my friends. And you gotta put yourself in my position, because the position I'm taking right now is of someone who's the first time that they're seeing your work, and they're gonna evaluate you, or they're going to sort of like set a specific expectation based on what they're seeing. I hope this makes sense, okay? What I mean by this is I see this right here. It's like, okay, cool monster. And then I see a couple of shots that no textures on this one, a back shot, and I see some like bad sculpting things right there, and then a clay render, and then like this thing, I guess, without the displacement or without the bump. No description, no information about where you got this or how you did this. So it's impossible for me to, again, be sympathetic or to understand what you're trying to do, to give you a shot, to call you and handle an interview when, yeah, it's when there's not enough information there. This is not a good retopology. This is probably just like Sarin measure or something. We got n-guns over there, or like triangles on the head. No, it seems like you did the retopology, but you're following some weird loops right there. The UVs are definitely improving here. Yeah, we still got work to do, my friend. I know that here in your message you were mentioning that you want to look for job opportunities. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't think we're ready yet, okay? I definitely think we need to improve a little bit more on the technical side of things before you can be a valuable asset to a production. This doesn't mean that you don't have what it takes, because I can see that you understand the technical side of things, but we need to work a lot on the polish and on the cleanliness of your stuff. Are we still online? Because the chat suddenly got quiet, and I'm not sure if we got disconnected or anything. Hey Abe, how to do the process of breakdowns like the UVs, the maps to put in ArtStation? I've shown that before, actually. I'm not sure if I have it on the... Give me 1 second. Just please confirm, guys, if you can still hear me, because I'm... No, Shrey, no. Unfortunately, that one's gonna take a little bit longer. It's alive. Okay. Okay, so this is my ArtStation. And let me see. Manage portfolio. This one right here. So this is the yeah, the one I'm used to that, but I don't want to be doing that. There you go. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So this is my portfolio. Oh my god, it's not working. There we go. So this is my portfolio, and this is the render that we did for the portfolio presentation workshop. So if you guys are unaware, we have a free course available on the site. It's this one right here. It's called Portfolio Presentation Workshop. We use Blender, and I show you how to present your portfolio, because it's a very common question that we see in this particular, in this particular, like, portfolio reviews, where people are not presenting them in the best possible way. So this is free. It's like, what, 10 hours? No, 2 hours. It's a quick course. You can just take it and learn how to place some nice lights, how to prepare your portfolio. And there's a specific section where I show you here. Let's do a preview, where I show you how you start with a beauty shot, like the clean shot, the big shot of your project. Then you can do a couple of close-ups, just show some of the details and show some of the elements of the asset so that people are aware of the level of detail that you can achieve. Maybe another beauty shot with a different perspective here. I included this that I call a cinematic shot, like how I would imagine this to be integrated into a particular scene, right? And then at the end, a couple of breakdowns like this ones. So it's like, hey, this is the clay render, this is the diffuse, this is the wireframe, roughness, normal map, and metallic maps. So with this, you can definitely like explain or showcase how you're going to be presenting your portfolios, okay? And it's important that you do that. Also, and this is another thing that I was like mentioning a couple of minutes ago, I have several pieces here in my portfolio that I have not published, that even though I thought that they were okay projects, now I was like, nah, maybe it's not worth for my portfolio. And I'll just take it out, like this Zebra stuff, a couple of the things from the other project. So you don't need to showcase everything in your portfolio. There's things that definitely don't need to be there if they're not up to the level of the stuff that you're doing, okay? So be mindful about that. No gain, no pain. Your mouth is full of truth, man. That quote right there, I'm gonna like freaking frame it on the stuff. People are worried about the 3D industry having like a hard time and it being difficult to get into the industry. And then you check their stuff and it's not up to the level of what you would expect as a minimum, a bare minimum to be able to work on the industry. Bad UVs, bad textures, bad modeling, bad animations, bad renders. Like, dude, you cannot complain about the industry not giving you a job if you don't have at least the necessary skills. I do know about a lot of very like top artists that are having a difficult time on the industry, and they have all the right to complain and all the right to be mad about the situation. But if you're not at least the bare minimum skill, then you have absolutely no way or no voice in this sort of like debate, right? Like, you need to make sure that you're invested in this, that you've done your job, that you've done your homework, and you're up to the level before you can complain about how the 3D industry is. It's I know it sounds a little bit gatekeepy, right? Like, people are like, oh, you're just like gatekeeping the industry for yourself. No, it's just the fact that you cannot expect someone to give you an opportunity. It's like if I went out and started like playing a little bit of basketball, and then I'm mad that the NBA is not giving me a chance to play at the top level, right? Like, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You need to do your homework. You need to put in the work. How to solve the UV overlapping problem, Deepak? You can do that inside of Maya by just using the layout option. The layout option. There we go. Let's go to the next one.